Hey, here in today's lesson, I'm gonna teach you what is a ternary operator in Python. Now, what is a ternary operator? In the meantime, it is an operator in Python which performs conditional operations and checks using a single line. Usually, after this operation, it will return two values. One value if the condition is true, another value if the condition is false. And how does it do it? After evaluating the condition. So this is how it goes in ternary operators. Unlike in the usual regular if and else conditional statements whereby you use multiple lines, remember, in Python. Okay. So let's see an example here. I'm creating a variable called num, which is a number equal to the value of 7, creating another variable result equal to, so here it starts the ternary operator. So it's going to be the value, it's going to be even, if n% of 2 equal to 0, which we know already, right? If you divide something by 2 and if there is no remainder, then it's called an even number, else it is odd. So you write all that in one single line. The machine will evaluate the condition and it will return the value. Okay. So here I did a mistake. I should have repeated the value of num across the equation, but I used a different variable. So that's why the machine is giving me an error. So it should be num% 2. So whenever you create variables, you need to continue with the same name. Sorry about that. So there you go, it's odd. Why? Because number 7 is already odd number, because if you divide it by 2, you get a remainder, right? The remainder is not going to be 0. Okay. Then this is one of the simplest of example. Sorry. This is the simplest of example. Then we consider another scenario of a ternary operator when it is used in nested if-else multiple conditions. So when there is if-else multiple conditions, then you can use this ternary operator there as well. So let's consider with an example whereby the num is going to be a negative number. Num equals -7. Now here the syntax is going to be value if true, if condition, else value if false. So the true value comes first, evaluate that condition, otherwise evaluate the false. So let's see result. So here, as you can see, it is evaluating the positive, the if condition which is true. So result, another variable, equals positive, that's the true value. If the number is greater than 0, obviously, else negative if the number is less than 0. Else, what happens? It will be 0. A number can be either a positive number or a negative number or 0. Positive number if it is greater than 0, negative number if it is less than 0. So these are the conditions. As you can see, it's all given out in one line. Now here it's coming in multiple lines because of the space constraint in the code editor, but otherwise when you're typing it, it's all in one line on a wider screen. So the narrower screen, so it's showing multiple lines, but actually it is single line of operation. Okay, so now with this condition you already know, if the number is greater than 0, then it will be positive, less than 0 negative, else it will be 0. This is a condition, and the num initial value is -7. So it will evaluate these conditions. So first it will evaluate the positive, the true condition if it's greater than 0. Then it will evaluate the negative and then the last. So print the result after that. So let's see the output. Okay, sorry. Did the same mistake. Should repeat the same variable name across all the equations. Should be num. I was saying num, but I was typing in. Sorry about that. Sorry for being absent-minded. Lost my focus. My cat is just sitting across the table and oh my gosh, she's diverting me. Such a cute rag doll. Next time I must show her on the screen. Okay, so there you go. There you go. Negative, because obviously the initial value was -7, remember? So it's giving you the correct output. So it's been able to evaluate. The ternary operator here has been able to evaluate it correctly. Yes, there you go. So you're on the right track. Okay, then let's consider. So you've seen the basic example first, then you've seen an example when it is used with a nested if else. Yeah, because you see there is 2 if over here. So you've seen that. Now you will see it in another scenario. I just did the correction and showing you the result again. Okay, let's go back to the main PY. Okay, now here we want to use the ternary operator using a tuple. Yeah, now don't ask me what's a tuple. I'll include a link in the description below to my tuple tutorial. Okay, so considering the same example of num being equal to 7 as the initial value, and you write the result variable in the form of a tuple first, whereby the false condition will go first, comma, then the true condition. So condition is false, comma, condition is true, which is in this case odd, comma, even, comma, and then the condition in square braces. So what is the condition I'm going to write here? The condition is written in the square braces as n%2 equal to 0. Obviously, when n%2 equal to 0 index, so that means it will be a even number, right? So here let's evaluate the condition and against the two options and see what it is returning as the result. Print the result. It's odd, correct? Because obviously 7 is odd. So it is evaluating the condition if it is false, it is evaluating the condition if it's true, and then it will return the result, which is a correct result. In this case, 7 is odd. Okay, so then after that, let's see the other one. Next one, we are going to see a scenario. Next, we will see a scenario in which we will be using a ternary operator using a dictionary. Now, you know already what is a dictionary, key value pairs, remember? So, I will leave a link in the description for both tuples and dictionaries in case you want to go back and do some revisions there. So, the syntax will be like a dictionary form, that is true, value if true, so it will return the result of true if value is true, false, value if false. So that is going to be the syntax. And let's see, we consider two variable initial values a 20, b 40. So maximum, create a variable called maximum, and the maximum in the form of a dictionary. True with the if it is a, then it will be true, b, then false. See, so true means value if true. So if the value is true, then it will be a. If value is false, then the result will be b. So it is given like that, and then inside the square braces, you are going to write the conditions a greater than b. So there are two numbers here, a and b. So a greater than b is a condition, and this equation is going to, this ternary operator is going to analyze the condition if a is greater than b, yeah, from the given values. So A is 20, B is 40. Is A greater than B? Then it will evaluate the true first, then the false first. And then it will send out the result, one result. Print maximum, yeah? So let's see what it is giving you as the output. Is A greater than B? A is 20, B is 40. Obviously, A is not greater than B. So what should be the result? It should give you B, right? 40. So you understood here. If it is true, it should give the result as A according to the equation there. If it is false, it should give you B. A is definitely not, greater than B is a false statement. So you will get the output as 40. So this is how it will evaluate the condition and return you the result. Quite simple, right? Now the last one that we have under the condition, the ternary operator is used with a print function. So let's see how it is done. So let me just comment out so that it will not interfere with the result. Don't want too many results in the console. Okay, so ternary operator used with the print function. So here we already know how a print function is used, but in this scenario, when you're printing it, printing the result, so it will be like in terms of the syntax in the print statement, it will be value if true will be evaluated first from the condition, from the if condition. From the if condition, value of true is considered first, or rather evaluated first. Otherwise, if it is evaluated and not turn out to be true, else the value of false will be analyzed. So this is how it goes. So let's see how it goes here. We consider the same A equal to 20, B equal to 40, the same numbers. And then the print statement, print A is greater than B, or A is greater, whatever you want to write. A is greater if A greater than B. Fair enough? If A is greater than B, condition is true, then write the statement A is greater. Else, if B, that means if A is not greater than B, it means then write the statement or print out the statement B is greater than A. Simple as that. That's quite cool and simple. Even a elementary school child can understand this. Don't tell me you don't understand. If you still don't understand, I'm ready to explain. Okay. So let's analyze as the ternary operator is going to analyze. A is 20, B is 40. A is greater than B. Is it true? No, it's false. So what should be written? B is greater than A. Simple. So that should be the result that should be written in the scenario. So thanks for staying tuned and watching the tutorial until the end. Hope you understood what is a ternary operator, how it is used. But remember not to overuse the ternary operator, because sometimes for complicated if-else conditions, it can reduce the readability and create some mistakes. So be very careful how you use it and when you use it. Yeah. And for those who are subscribed until now, thanks a lot. I just need 2 more subscribers to get to the magic number of 500. Hope you will do that for me. I hope you will subscribe. Smash the subscribe button for more such tutorials and projects. See you in the